Now, if you speak to BYD Australia, they will tell you that this is the future of buying a new electric vehicle in Australia. No, I don't mean this. I don't mean an electric powertrain. You won't be driving this around with no roof. What I mean is the store that I'm standing in. This is the BYD Megastore. It's an experience centre, really, something like you would see at a motor show. And according to BYD, it's the first of its type in the world. Now, I don't know whether that's true. It might be, but regardless, they've done a fantastic job for a brand that's setting itself up in Australia and starting to get a foothold in the electric vehicle market. Now, what we know from the correspondence from you is that people who are buying an electric vehicle now in Australia, they want to do it a little bit differently. And I suspect that a mega store like this is exactly the way to do it. This is a fully interactive experience. There's a drive experience downstairs underneath us, so you can go and learn about charging and all the other stuff that's related to buying a BYD electric vehicle. There's a coffee shop outside. There's plenty of things to keep the kids occupied while you're running around looking at your new vehicle. And because you know what the price is before you walk through the door, you don't have to worry about any of that. So you're not going to see paperwork and pens and stuff like you would normally see at a dealer. You can come in here and you can learn about BYD and learn a bit about the brand. I think it's a really good idea. I'd love to hear your feedback on it. Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Is this the way that you would like to buy your new vehicle? Is this the way you see yourself buying a new vehicle? In the meantime, we're going to take a look at the new BYD Megastore. And of course, one of the most exciting reasons to be in this BYD store right now is this car that I'm standing next to. It's the new BYD Seal. Take a look at it. They've unveiled it today, and don't forget, we're going to take a proper test drive of the BYD Seal in the coming weeks. This is not the official launch. It's just an unveiling. Have a look how good it looks. The styling's fantastic. No surprise either when you take a look at who is involved in the BYD design team. But this is the new Seal. We will be driving it at Drive soon. Well, how do you keep the kids occupied when you're buying a new car? Probably bring them to something like this. I've got to be honest with you, walking around this BYD Megastore, it is more like what we're accustomed to seeing at a motor show in terms of a big trade stand where the brand is putting itself out there in front of the world's press and the world's audience. And in fact, that's kind of what this BYD Megastore is like. It's like a massive motor show stand. It's interactive. There's a social media hub over in the corner. And there's a lot of stuff that you might be thinking, if you're into traditional ways of buying a car, you're probably looking at this thinking, it's a bit out there, it's a little bit different, but the buyer of a new car now in 2023 and moving forward, and the buyer of an electric vehicle, they expect something a little bit different. They want a whole experience, and they're going to find it when they come in here to the Megastore. You've got plenty of vehicles up on hoists, and that's so they can show you parts of the build process to show how the vehicles come together, what goes where, talk you through aspects of safety. But when you speak to the people from BYD, what this is, rather than a retail store, is something they're calling a brand immersion or an experience. So yes, you come here to buy a BYD, but you also come here to learn about the brand. Well, this is a really impressive take on buying a new car in 2023, and we'd love to know what you think. We've just had a robot go past us with water and snacks on it. This is very much unlike anything we've seen from a new car dealership before. Let us know what you think. Is this the way you want to buy your new vehicle, whether it's electric or otherwise, in 2023? And I wonder, this might seem a little bit out there and a little bit different now. Will we see other brands do this in the future? Will you buy a BMW or a Toyota or a Lexus like this in an experience centre like this that is not a showroom as such? Don't forget to hit like if you've enjoyed the video. Click on subscribe so you stay up to date with all of our latest video content. And we're going to be test driving the BYD Seal. That and all the other information that we've spoken about, that's over at Drive.com.au.